I'm going to show you how to do the MegaMan Cameo quest within Funko Fusion, and for this one we need to play the 4th level of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Double Dragon. Let's get started. Alright, so for this level you're pretty much going to have to play the entire thing, defeat the 2 dragon bosses, and now we're ready to start this Cameo quest. So over here, once you defeat the bosses, you'll have the fun key. We can use that fun key to open up this door, giving us access to the outside area. And if you just make your way all the way over here to the left and jump over this little mound of snow, there is going to be the purple chest location, giving us the Cameo quest keycard to initiate this Cameo quest. So we're going to pick this up, and we're going to take it back inside to the 9th circle where the boss fight took place. And over here in the corner, there's going to be a spot where we can swipe that keycard. And once we head inside this room, there is MegaMan. Now, all of these Cameo quest locations where we're going to find MegaMan, there's always going to be something you have to do to get rid of the green shielding around him. So for this one, all you have to do is just go up to that little computer terminal on the left side and interact with it, and that'll lower the force field. And so the basis of this Cameo quest is kind of an escort mission. So throughout each of these levels, MegaMan's going to have to go from point A to point B, and you're going to have to defend him periodically. He's going to stop. And there's going to be a whole bunch of these MegaMan enemies, these little guys with the yellow helmets. Not sure the name of those. Someone in the comments below, let me know the name of those MegaMan enemies. But so every now and then MegaMan's going to stop, and you're going to have to take them all down. And eventually he's going to get to Rush, his little robot dog. And that's going to mark the end of the Cameo quest level. And then he's going to run away and drop a red weapon prototype piece. So we can pick that up and deposit it over here in the nearest red mold machine. Which in this case, I went ahead and unlocked the end of the level to get to that mold machine, and this is the MegaMan Buster protopart. So the next level we're going to do is Hot Fuzz Level 1, Prime Time Crime. Now when it comes to all these Cameo quests, the rest of these you can do in any order that you want. The only one you have to do first is that Double Trouble Scott Pilgrim level, and then the rest of these 6 levels that I'm about to show you, you can do in any order. You don't necessarily have to do Hot Fuzz second like I'm doing here. But this is a super easy one. So from the start of this level, straight away, you're going to notice some gold vinyl objects. So we can go ahead and destroy those using He-Man from Masters of the Universe. There's going to be these power lines on the ground, so we can just shoot those a few times to align the power cables. Then pull on this switch, and that's going to get rid of the red force field that's around MegaMan. So we're going to go ahead and talk to him. He's going to say, "Hey again, stranger," and you're going to have to do another escort mission. And one thing I do want to note, I'm not doing it here. You're going to see it a little bit later on. And you also saw it in that first Cameo quest level. But it's really good to use the Medic character from Team Fortress 2. This character is available for free on all the platforms now, so highly recommend the Medic, because if you push the B button or circle button, depending on what console you're playing on, he can heal MegaMan. So you're going to see here, MegaMan's going to go down. If you're not using Medic, I almost guarantee that MegaMan's going to go down. At least, like, probably every time. It's really hard to defend him because he does take a lot of damage. But anyway, this is the end of this location, so we're going to pick up his red weapon prototype piece and deposit it over here into the nearest red mold machine. So that is the Hot Fuzz level done. Next up, we're going to do the Shaun of the Dead Cameo level. This Cameo level is found in The Thing. So for this one, we're pretty much going to have to play through the entirety of the level. But one thing I do want to note is don't let the car go to the end of the level. Just leave the car that you're escorting. You can just leave it at the start of the level like I did there. I just left it in that little neighborhood portion, because you don't really need the car at all. You can just play ahead, take out all the enemies, solve all the puzzles. And you have to get to the point where you get to this playground area, and there is MegaMan. If you let the car go all the way till the end, there's going to be a cutscene which teleports you to the end of the level, and the end of the level takes place on like a separate map, and then you're going to be locked out of the MegaMan Cameo level, and you're going to have to replay it, or Cameo quest I should say. You'll have to replay this level. But anyway, once you get here, there's going to be a crime scene that you have to solve, so you can mold a CSI Blacklight from the Hot Fuzz universe. Once you solve that, it's going to give you this little coin, deposit that in there, and that's going to lower the force field that's around MegaMan, and we can go ahead and talk to him, and that's going to start the escort mission. But as I was saying earlier, I highly recommend using Medic. I'm not using him here just so I have some character variety in these videos. I'm using Shaun from Shaun the Dead here, but you can see MegaMan's going down quite a bit. But yeah, the Medic character, you can use his healing ability with the B or circle button, and it's just going to heal up MegaMan. You won't be able to see his health bar or anything, but as you're healing him, you're going to notice like the scuffs and scrapes on him will just go away, so that's how you know he's been healed. Anyway, that's where Rush is located on this level, so he's going to fly off, give us the next red weapon protopart, and we can go ahead and deposit that in here inside the little electronic store here. Next up, we're going to do the Back to the Future Cameo level. This one's found in the first level of Jurassic World. So from the start of this level, this is another one that you can pretty much do straight from the start. And you just want to head to the back left corner in front of the movie theater. You can see him from a mile away because he's got that giant green force field around him. I am grabbing a little bit of vinyl here because we are going to have to use some vinyl on this blue mold machine to mold a portal. This is probably one of the more complex ones. I mean, it's not super complex, but it's one of the more complex ones to actually unlock Mega Man here. And so we're going to put the portals right here and use a laser character to shoot through the portal to hit that red laser target. There's 2 laser targets we have to shoot. One of them is going to require the use of portals, just like I did there. And once you do that, you're pretty much good to go. The force field will be lowered, and you'll be able to talk to Mega Man. I don't recommend using Doc Brown for any of these Mega Man Escort missions. Doc Brown, in my opinion, is one of the worst characters in the game. He's super slow, and his laser gun is not very good at combat either. So I just don't recommend using Doc Brown really for any combat scenarios in this game, especially this one when you're trying to defend Mega Man. So I switched over here to Marty McFly, 1955 version. You can see here, again, I'm not using medic, and I'm having to heal myself, and I'm having to revive Mega Man several times. So it's very difficult to keep Mega Man alive. I imagine this will be easier once we have online co-op available. At the time of this video being recorded, online co-op is not out yet, but I imagine it'll be a lot better once you have that, and then you can kind of all help out in defending Mega Man. But that is Back to the Future. Next up, we're going to do the Nope cameo level. And this is another one that you can access straight from the start. So we're going to open up this door. You're going to have to talk to M. Haywood here because she will open up the gates for you. And once you do that, you're pretty much good to go. So we're going to have to play as a flamethrower character like Eddie Funko or Childs from The Thing. You could also use gas canisters, but I really don't recommend doing that because you can see here there's a bunch of red vinyl object barrels, and having gas canisters for each of those is going to take forever. So highly recommend using a flamethrower character. But inside one of the red vinyl objects is going to be a fuse. So you can see I picked up the fuse and put it in place. And then we're also going to need a battery. So we're going to head over here to the blue mold machine, mold a battery, put it in the charging station here. There will be a red vinyl object blocking the charging station, so I went ahead and took care of that. And once we have the charged battery, we can put it in place, and finally the green force field will go away, and we can talk to Mega Man and begin the escort mission. This might be one of the longer escort missions in the game, I'd say, just because the map for the Nope cameo level is just so large. Like, this is probably one of the largest maps in the game, I'd say. And so we're going to have to go over here behind the Haywood house. Again, Mega Man's going down because I'm not using medic. And so we're going to keep going here. Go behind where this red mold machine is, behind this little hut. And we're going to continue this back pathway, clear out all the enemies, revive Mega Man. Every time you revive Mega Man, by the way, it does take your own health as well, so just kind of keep that in mind. Might be good to take a green Funko soda. But there we go. So we got him to his rush dog, and we're going to pick up the red weapon proto part. Oh, don't go to the blue mold machine, go to the red mold machine. There we go. That is number 5 out of 7. Alright, the second to last one we're going to do is the Umbrella Academy Level 1. This one's called House Hunters. And unfortunately, this is one where you're pretty much going to have to play through the entirety of the level, defeat the 2 little mini-bosses for this level, get the fun key. Once you have the fun key, as I'm using right here, it's going to give you access to this final area. And this is going to be where a purple Cameo Quest chest is located right there. And it's going to be covered in ice, so we're just going to mold a gas canister, pick that up, and place it right next to the chest, have it blow up. It's going to melt down the ice, giving us access to the chest. We can open this up and get the Cameo Quest keycard. Now, where do we actually take this keycard? Well, we have to actually take it all the way back to the spawn room. So just to the left of the spawn room is going to be where there's a keycard door. It's actually required to get one of the silver crowns in the level, but there it is right there. Slide that, security level 2, and here is where Mega Man's located. And this one's really easy to unlock. All you have to do is pull a switch, and the green force field goes away. And yeah, so now we're just going to have to progress through this giant mansion and protect Mega Man on the way. And here you can see I'm using the medic character, as I was talking about. And so I'm taking down some enemies, and after I take down every group of enemies, I'm just going to use the B or circle button, again, depending on what console you're playing on, to heal up Mega Man. Because you will notice he gets a little battle damage, and anytime you see him battle damage, just spray some of the healing spray on him, and he'll be good to go. And he'll pretty much never go down as long as you stay on top of it. And so he's going to say, thanks, stranger. He's going to give us this red weapon proto part. We're going to take it over here to the end of the level and deposit it into the red mold machine. Last up, we have Masters of the Universe Level 5, Scare Mare. So for this one, you're probably going to have to play through the whole level, defeat the boss, and it's just going to make things a lot easier because now we don't have enemies and the boss attacking us. And you're going to have to head back to the castle. How do you get to the castle, though? Well, you're going to have to switch over to a number 5 from the Umbrella Academy because he's got the blink ability. And you need the blink ability to teleport inside the castle here. And so there it is right there. The blink pad on the ground, blink right through there. And once we're in here, we're going to open up the doorway so that we can get back without having to blink. So we're going to get over here and mold a portal. And once we have the portal, we're going to place that in this first room and link it up to the portal that's up there on that little balcony. And once you get up here, there's going to be a switch that you can pull that's going to lower down the bridge, and now we can get back to the castle without using number 5. And so now we're pretty much ready to start the cameo quest. So right over here, there's MegaMan. Just shoot this little neon sign until it's destroyed. That's going to open up this little fuse box, pull out the fuse, and that's going to lower the force field, allowing you to talk to MegaMan. And so from here on out, it's pretty much the standard escort mission. This is probably one of the shorter ones just because this is one of the smaller levels in the game in terms of play space. You can see I was trying to use Colonel Sanders, but man, his combat abilities are not the best for this, so I ended up just switching back over to Medic. This makes things way easier. And I highly recommend anybody who's playing this, just use Medic for all the levels. I tried to use different characters to switch things up, but again, Medic's just going to make things way easier. And once he gets to his rush dog, he's going to say, "Thank you, I now feel powered up enough to fight alongside you. Come meet me in the Wonderwell." So we're going to pick up the red weapon proto-part, and that's going to unlock the MegaMan Buster for all the levels. So you can always mold it there at the red mold machines. Then back at the main hub, head to the Scott Pilgrim versus the World floor, and here is the MegaMan room. It's actually a pretty large room here, the Funcade. And now we can play as MegaMan. So guys, that's going to be the MegaMan cameo quest within Funko Fusion. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.